Hey YouTube, my name's Kara and you're at Just Take My Advice. I have been getting a lot of emails and questions from teenagers, moms, parents, moms, dads, women, anybody. And I get a lot of questions because a lot of people seem to think that I give really good advice. So hopefully you do too, and you'll become a fan of my page and you'll take my advice because I think that I do give pretty good advice. My teenager's a very well-rounded, independent, strong girl. She's 16 years old and she's really, really smart. And I wanted to touch on that topic as far as a 16-year-old girl looking for a 16-year-old or higher age, 17-year-old, whatever, boyfriend. If you're 16 and you're very pretty and you don't have a boyfriend, you're doing something right. And what I mean by that is all 16-year-old boys want one thing, and we all know what that is. So if you aren't giving it up and you don't have a boyfriend, you're doing something right. And you should be very proud of yourself. I know that it hurts, and you see all these girls that have boyfriends and you think that they're happy and doing this together and la 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 la. But you're going to have more fun with your friends, doing things with your friends, than you would being tied down to one boy and having to give it up all the time, because that's all the boy wants is sex. Most boys. I'm not going to say all 16-year-old and higher want that, but a majority of them do. I would say probably 75 to 80%. So if you're lucky enough to have one of those boyfriends that are on the just say no to sex, then you're very lucky, and you know, that's a good thing. But my daughter's picky about who she dates, and I've taught her very well from my experiences as a 16-year-old. And I know that I'm a mom, and it might just be, oh, well, she's just another parent, and she's just bickering, and blah, 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 blah. No, I'm serious. Just try it. If I could just reach out to one 16-year-old girl and tell them you're doing something right, and for that girl to know in her heart that she is doing something right by not having sex and not having a boyfriend, then I've reached somebody and I've accomplished my goal. So for all the 16-year-old girls that out there that are wondering why they can't get a boyfriend, it's because you're doing something right. So keep doing that, keep being right, keep being strong, and have fun with your friends. Don't get tied down with a boy. Just date around. You know, you don't get called a slut by dating boys and not doing anything with them. You get called a slut by dating one boy and doing one thing with them. And that's the truth. So if you want to be labeled, then have sex or do something else with them, because that's what'll happen. You'll just become labeled, and you'll be known as the girl that does this, or that's the girl that did this with whoever or whatever. If you don't, then you'll never be talked about like that. And you might feel heartbroken that you don't have a boyfriend, or it might tug at your heart that you think you're not pretty enough for a guy, but trust me, it's not about your looks. If it was, then nobody would have a boyfriend. I mean, it's not about that. It's completely right now about what girl will give what to who. So don't be a statistic. Just say no and just have fun, and when the time comes, the right guy will come along, and you'll see that it was worth waiting for, because sex right now isn't all it's cracked up to be. It is for the guy, and that's why they're doing what they're doing, but for the girls, it's not fun. So if you want to have fun, just hang out with your girlfriends, keep doing what you're doing, and just take my advice.